Hello, I'm going to do the daily energy reading, and this is for all signs. And this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take what does. If it does not, leave what does not. I'm not separating the signs out. It's just for whoever feels drawn to hear this message. All right. So we're going to use our Green Witch Tarot, and we're going to look at, for today, what you may be struggling with. We're going to look at what you need to look at, what you may possibly need to focus on, and then we have what may possibly be coming in for you. All right. So, what's going on for today? Who needs to hear a message? Okay, so these two came out, so I'm going to take these two. So we have Page of Wands and we have Three of Swords. And with this Three of Swords here, she's going into this dilapidated kind of rundown building, but she's making that decision on, she has her bags here and she's like, am I going in to fix it up or am I walking away and am I saying goodbye? So we have this Page of Wands, which represents actions. So I feel like it's, maybe you're struggling with, do I continue with this? Do I move forward with this? Do I keep going with this or do I walk away from this? So I feel like that may possibly be what it is that you're struggling with, and you're not really sure, what are those actions that I do? What do I do from here? Where do I go from here? What is it that I need to go from here? So what you need to look at, we have the King of Swords here, and I feel like it's kind of looking at the past. So he has all of these scrolls and he has his, he's opening up these letters, he's reading these letters, he's getting this information in there. And for me, the King of Wands is somebody who looks at the past in order to make decisions to move forward. So I feel like what you may need to look at is kind of the past. Like, have you, looking at the past of this situation as how you got here, and looking at the past and saying, well, what things have I done in the past? What actions have I taken in the past? Am I repeating past things? Am I going around in the same circles? Do I keep doing the same things? Or if I'm going to change things up and I'm going to do things differently, or I'm going to walk away, what does that mean for me? We have the Wild Hunt. So I feel like, and this is the Tower. So I feel like you're rebuilding in a way here. I almost feel like you're thinking about making a big change. I feel like is it something that you've been going around on a merry-go-round with, and then you're like, you know what, I want to get off this. I don't want to keep doing this. I don't want to keep repeating the same patterns, or I feel like I want change, right? I feel like maybe you're tired with the same routine, like every day it's, this pattern, and you're like, you know what, I really want something different in my life. I want something new, because pages are young energy, new energies. So it could be like, I want to do something different, and Wands are actions. I want to do something different. I want to spice up my life. I want to make some changes. And maybe it's looking back, what are those things that have made me happy, or what makes me happy, or kind of researching things, or what is it that I want to do? And maybe today is the day that you look into that and you say, okay, if I want to make some change and I'm tired of the same routine, what are those things that I need to do that, let me make this list. What do I feel would make me excited or make me motivated? And then we have the Wild Hunt, which is the Tower. So I feel like you're bringing some changes in here. I feel like you're changing things up. We have the High Priest as an overall energy. That's number 5, which is the Hierophant. So I feel like, it's that grounding energy. I feel like it's having a stronger foundation. It could be talking with somebody that you really trust. Sometimes we have those people that we're like, they're going to give me an unbiased opinion, or they're going to point me in a direction that I feel that I can trust, that I know that is in the right direction, or they'll give me some good advice and they'll give me something that I can really sink my teeth into and that I can really focus on. Sometimes we need that wise person around us that can give us that new perspective to look at. Sometimes we swirl things around in our head so many times that we need somebody else's perspective. We have the Empress, which represents growth. So I do feel like you want change. I do feel like you're changing, you're evolving, you want that change. I feel like you're kind of stuck in this energy. You're feeling heavy, you're feeling kind of sad, you're feeling kind of frustrated. You're like, oh, I keep going around in this circle. Like, I need some change, I need something different. I want to feel happy, I want to feel excited. I want to do something, or maybe it's like I've put up with this for long enough and now I'm ready for some change. I want to feel happy. I want to feel light. I want to feel free. And I'm seeing this butterfly here. So I feel like it's you kind of coming out of that cocoon and you're making changes. We have different times in our life where we have those kind of readjustments where our life really seems to take a turn. And I feel like that may be something that you're struggling with. Now, this also could represent a relationship. Like, do you keep going around in a circle with it? Do you keep trying to put effort into something, but you keep getting the same result? So it's like, well, you know what, I got to look at that. You know, is this something, look at that, as I was saying about relationships, right? You know, is it something that you keep putting effort into and you're feeling like you're not getting that back from that person? You know, is it a friendship? Is it a family member? Is it a partnership? Is it a job? You know, is it like, well, I keep putting this effort into it, but I feel like the distance becomes bigger and bigger, right? The more effort that I put into it, I feel, you know, maybe you're feeling like the distance becomes bigger and bigger. Again, I feel like you want change. You want some change. You're ready for some change. Maybe you're not sure what that is, but you're like, I'm itching to do something, but I'm not sure what it is. I'm looking towards my future. I know I want something different, but I have to take some time out to think about that. And I have to figure out, where do I go from here? And then again, it could be with that relationship. Where do I go from here? Do I rebuild it? Do I walk away from it? What's going to be the best answer for me? What is it that I can fully commit to? If you're going to commit to staying, you have to do it 100%. You can't partially do it, or you can't say, well, you know, I think this person wants me to stay, or I really don't want to go back in the dating scene, or I really don't want to be alone, so I guess I'll just stick with it. No, it's like whatever it is that you decide that you want to do, that you have to commit to 100%. And it's looking at those options that, okay, if I stay, what does my future look like? If I leave, what does my future look like, right? Really sorting through those, having that grounding energy and knowing that the answer, again, the answer that you decide, that I feel you have to be 100% with that. Otherwise, you're going to repeat this process again, that you're going to find yourself in the same situation. You're going to find yourself in the same energy. But I feel like today you are ready to move away from that energy. I feel like this King of Swords here and him sorting through all of those things and looking towards the past, I feel like that's your big focus for today. Bottom of the deck, we have the Moon. I feel like you're just not having that clarity. This also could do with the Pisces. I just feel like you're not feeling clear today, but I feel like as the day goes on and you start doing this and you start thinking about things, maybe it's writing things down in a journal or a book and saying, maybe you have all these thoughts and these feelings. Sometimes what I like to do is just write those things down on a piece of paper, and then I can kind of see them and sort through them. So maybe that's what you need to do. You know, what does this shack here represent? Is it a relationship? Is it a job? Is it, you know, do you want change? Do you want to move? Do you want to travel? What are those things that you want to do? Writing those things down. I feel like you've been holding yourself back for a while, but today is the day. Is the first day, like, for you to start exploring and seeing, where do you want to go from here. All right, so let's get an animal oracle to close this out. You know, take that time today. Say, okay, I'm going to put aside an hour and I'm just going to think about things. I'm going to look at things. I'm going to write things down. I'm going to sort this through, because maybe this is something that you've been trying to deal with, but you haven't found the time. But today is the day to find that time to work through it. All right, we have dream the world into being. Perfect. What is that dreams? What is those goals, right? What does this shack represent? You know, what does that, I feel like you're itching to do something. And now it's time to dream it into being, and then taking those actions for it to happen. It's not only thinking about it, but it's taking the actions to make it happen. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.